Hello guys, Steve here with GarbageCanCleaning.com. First of all, congratulations on the purchase of your new trailer. We wanted to take some time and kind of go over a few things and what you can expect now that you have your trailer. First of all, this is a trailer that we recently built for a Bin Blasters franchisee. It'll soon be going out to them. And while we had a completed trailer, we wanted to take the opportunity, like I say, to go through a few things. First thing we want to show you is the toolbox here. We include several items. First item are some empty bottles that I'll show you. These go for your deodorizer inside the bottle holders. We also have some amber lights, and we've since moved to the wireless amber lights. So these, like I say, are wireless and they go anywhere on the side for safety. When you're on a busy street, it's nice to have them, and they go right on the trailer. There's different flashing modes on there, and then also they're rechargeable. So you can just plug them in and charge those back up. We'll also have manuals. We now have a warranty manual and all your manuals inside a 3-ring binder that'll be here in the toolbox. We give you 50 extra feet of hose here. This is a 10-foot flex tube clean out to clean out your dirty water in the hopper. And then if you have a hydraulic, or excuse me, a electronic jack on your trailer, this is a manual crank. So if your battery dies, you can use this to crank it up. We're starting to go more towards just the manual jack instead of the electric. But if you have electric on yours, that's what that's for. All right, moving along here, a couple things to keep in mind. When we transport these trailers, we take off the inline water filter right here, and that's going to be inside the toolbox. So you want to just take that out and place that on. And this is how you also drain the tank. So you just loosen that and water will come out. But make sure before you start it up that the inline water filter is on. And then also this electronic connection right here is connected. When we transport these, we disconnect the battery to help save the battery life. So you'll want to make sure before you do anything that that's connected and the inline water filter is installed. Now we're going to pivot and move along to the pressure washing equipment here. We've got the Honda GX690 motor. To start it up, make sure you've got everything in place there. There is a zip tie right here that you can just cut off and then keep this key on your key ring or whatnot. But when you start it, you're going to want to turn the choke all the way out and push it to the start. It'll fire right up. And then up here is your control, your on and off for your burner. Make sure your temperature is not set too high or you will burn through O-rings if you go all the way up. So we recommend not going above about 140 degrees. Here's your different tips. We don't ever recommend that using the 0 degree. There's a sensor inside the burner that has to get so much water flow going through it in order to trip that sensor to turn on, and the 0 degree tip will not turn that sensor on. So we've gotten a few phone calls from people saying, hey, I'm getting hot water out of my spray head on the cleaning side, but not out of the wand. And that's because they had the 0 degree tip installed. So there's just not enough water flow for it to turn on the burner. Don't recommend using that one. Usually you'll want to use a 15 degree tip or a 25 degree, which is the yellow or the green tips. So on this, for your convenience, there's a little drain tube for both the oil here in the pump and then the oil here for the Honda motor. You just take off the little caps right there, it'll drain your oil. And we recommend changing both of those about every 100 hours as you're using it. So make sure you're looking at your little clock right here and it'll tell you the hours. And it's a good idea to keep a log of when you change the oil. Sometimes if it's off a little bit, if it's 117 hours, you want to be able to look back and say, okay, it's time to change it. Similar to kind of what you do when you get your oil changed in your vehicle. Okay, now we're to the rear portion of the trailer. This is a Haney reel, very solid, durable hose reel. We include a 100-foot hose. This is an automatic hose reel, so it will retract for you automatically. This is our assisted lifter. We've got the gas struts on there, so it makes it easy to lift it up. In another video, we'll show you more of the technicalities with strapping a can on, lifting it up, and also cleaning it out. Over here, we've got your dirty water clean out. The 10-foot clean out hose that we include in the toolbox snaps right here. You launch it in, just kind of lock it in, and then this is the valve to open it up once you have the hose connected. We have a holster here for your wand. include it there while you're transporting. Okay, and finally here, we're moving over to the manifold section where all of your high pressure hoses come into with valves. These are medical grade valves. We have them labeled here from your spray head, your 100-foot hose around the other side of the hopper, and your bypass. You'll want to make sure you keep it just like this. These two in the off position, so if you're going against the lines, it's off. Parallel to the high pressure hose, that's on. You want to leave the bypass on. What that does is that keeps water flowing through the system, in and out of the tank, and it's better on your equipment. So when you start it up, if you're wanting to clean a can, you get it in position, you'll turn off the bypass and the spray head on, just like that. And then down here we've got a little holder for a 5-gallon bucket. It's nice to have that there for taking debris and stuff out of the hopper when there's a little bit of trash or in the trash receptacle, and keep it in there. And then right here is where your water bottles can go. There's a little 4 holster for 4 water bottles right there. And then one thing I also want to point out is this little grate screen. We'll get on this side. Inside the hopper, this little screen is removable. You take it out, spray it out. What that does is that just keeps debris from getting down inside the hopper, so that it makes it easier to clean out. So that'll do it for this segment. We appreciate you guys joining in. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, but we're super excited for you for your new venture. But good luck and God bless.